Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where, man, the series of Westwood Reborn is living up to its name. That was weird. We're back. Making money. We were at a little over 100,000, but we had a bit of an unemployment crisis. It's kind of calmed down now. We lost about 4,000 people, but that's okay. Because I'm not too worried about it. We do have a very strong demand, however, for industry and for offices. And you would think, well, you know, this is all high-rise stuff, but that's not where I want to build. I kind of want to come back out over here by the river. By the way, I've had to redo the bus and metro lines again. They just keep breaking where, you know, like this bus line will get like 2 random stops added to a street down here somewhere, all on its own. I don't go into the mod, or not the mod, but the menu to do anything with transit. Look, there's a broken one already. I just fixed them right before this video. I don't understand what's happening. All this has to do is come up here, turn, and come back and complete. That's it. But I don't even think the buses are on the... Yeah, there's a bus on the line, so hopefully it'll figure it out. If anybody... There's another one. If anybody has any idea what could be causing this, I didn't even place a bus stop there. I don't even know what line that's for. And look, I can't delete it. Is it a metro line? No, it's a bus line. Yeah, I never put a stop there. It is, yeah, it's part of that line way over there. It has just decided it needs a stop over there, I believe. Wait, I don't know which line it's part of. It's kind of hard to figure out since I didn't bother recoloring any of them. So it looks like it's part of... Here we go, there's a bus that's on it. We can grab this bus. We can change the color and see where this goes. Yeah. That red line services right here, and that's it. Just right here. It's a loop around our pedestrian facility. So how did it get a bus line way out there, or a bus stop way out there all on its own? How did it get one up here all on its own? There is all it's supposed to do is loop around, go to the university, and come back. And that's it. It took all of 10 minutes for that to break. So I'm not sure what to do. I cannot find a solution to this. I've seen people reporting it going back 2 and 3 years. I've gone through my mod set and disabled mod by mod and re-enabled them one by one. And interestingly enough, it never happened while I was doing that. So maybe it's just something about my particular combination of mods. I don't know. I really don't know. And you'd think, well, if it didn't happen until you re-enabled the last one, well, that's your problem. No. Because then I went through and re-enabled them all in the opposite order. When I say re-enable, I don't mean just going to the menu and disabling them. I mean, I remove them from the game completely. And then re-add them back one by one. So I've done it in alphabetic order and in reverse alphabetic order. And it's not until all the mods are back in the game that things break again. So I don't know what to do about it other than not have mass transit. I don't know. That's not a solution. Not having mass transit is just not a solution. Anyway, since we have a bit of high demand and we've got some kind of out here, I thought it'd be nice to maybe have slightly pick up on this coming to this main drag and have a little bit of higher density, though we do have a high-rise band, so it won't be huge. What I thought might be kind of interesting is for an office park, and I don't know, just a random idea I had, this may be stupid, but an office park that is got a little, not a little, but a big parking lot straight behind it. And then if I... Can I run driveways this way? I can. If we run the drives off... I'm glad it lets me do this. Like this. I don't think this is quite where I want this to go, to be honest. I was thinking more like about there. How long was that? 175. And the reason being is if we have like a block that goes around here, then maybe we can, yeah, but that's not as long there. Okay, so 175 with the ends. Maybe we could do something where our businesses face out away from the parking and the parking's in behind them all, and we can connect them with walking paths. I don't know. It's just something I wanted to experiment with and see if I like it. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be perfect for 4. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's... There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want it about the same on both of them. That's only 5. So let's bring this out a little bit more. That's 6. So that needs to be that long, yeah? I can't tell. Yes. So that is 275 coming out this way. I'm deleting off these little stubs because I'm going to have actual roads there that ring around this. That's the idea anyway. And then come through with just a nice... let's do something with a median. Come through kind of like this. I don't even know if this will function properly. I'm worried that they'll use this as a through street. I could probably discourage that by setting a very, very low speed limit. That would be my guess. We'll have to see. Granted, it makes the accessible parking a little tricky because which building do you put it close to? So I think the answer is we do a couple of pads of accessible parking by each walkway. I think that is the answer. That way, no matter where you happen to work, you have accessible parking very close to the pathway leading up to your building. And we may even do some electrical vehicle stuff here. In fact, let's do just a few. Let's see. Does that line up? Yeah, let's do like right on the ends here. Just a few EV charging stations. This isn't wanting to snap to my grid. Oh, I'm going to have to eyeball it. I'm so bad at eyeballing it. It's nice and quiet over here in this part of the map. Mainly because there's nothing over here but a parking lot so far. That looks pretty good. That's mostly lined up. And then we'll come through here with this big guy and try to get it to let go. Control X. There we go. And then try to fill the rest of this in nicely. Little gap right there. It's fine. I don't want to do that there. So then, same thing here. Actually, let's bring it down to here. And then we'll go, that was 8x2. Let's go 4x2. That made a weird thing down there on the accessible parking, didn't it? A little bit. But that's all right. I can live with it. And then 3x2 to finish it out. For there, yes. For here, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be fine there. And then we just need to come in with the singles, I guess, and finish it. Which they're here somewhere. I thought. Which one is it? You? No, that's an angled one. You're this. Yes, there it is. Just plop these down. That goes out maybe a little farther than I wanted it to. But again, it's not something I can't live with, so I'm just gonna leave it. Can you tell I'm frustrated about the whole busing situation? I really am. Got a little walkway there. We can put a tree or something there. I'm dreading checking mass transit. Just fearing that all my bus lines are going to be broken again. And then we can have some walking paths up the middle of each one just to shorten your trip that much more. So the middle is right about there-ish. We'll call that the middle, and then we're going to grab that and move it on up. Ooh, he does not like that I'm holding alt down. He wants to snap to a road. So it's kind of eyeball it here. Move that one back. Cool. And then right here's the middle. That one's fine. And we have middle here, except it wanted to snap to the road, so whatever. Come on. Look, okay, fine. Turn off. Road length, road guidelines. Give me just grid angle. There we go. So, but I need road guidelines. I want to see where the middle is. There we are. Cool. And that's a few paths. So you can have a few trees and things like that. But that's the general idea, is that we'll have offices that all face out onto the street and a nice big parking area behind them. And then some commercial and other fun things. So now we can just go turn all this on. And this is also going to break up. I mean, it's still going to be a grid, but it's going to break up the grid we've been doing quite a bit. Just not sure how far I want this to go. There is no middle point on that. Where's the thing that tells me how many tiles this is? It's 218.25 meters, so 109.125 would be. So, yeah, we're going to call that the middle and put a block there. I'm fine with that. And then here we're going to come out. Actually, okay, maybe I can get, whoops, maybe I can get a middle this way. I'm bringing this out to here. Let's see if that gives it, yeah, 2220. I still don't have a 10. So that would be like, so we're going to go off of that and just do that. That'll be fine. And we'll just have to like it. I mean, what else are we going to do at this point, right? Oh, that one went too far. Come on. There it goes. So we'll go there, and then we go to the next drive. And then we kind of want to mimic that out here. As best as we're able to. We are going to run into the railroad, maybe. Oh, we're not, because of the bridge. Nice. The grid's not lining up again. Of course it's not. This map, I swear, like, this is the second city that we've made on this map. You may recall that we've done other things with this map before, and it's given us problems non-stop. Get just some targeted connections in here. I don't know that I want to be this close to our main road here. I also would like this to make a nice curve in, and it's not gonna. I could put another node there. Like right there. This just doesn't want to go. What if I turn everything off and bring this up, like, add a 90 there. That's better than nothing. Which isn't saying much. Right? And then here, I think we can get a nice connection over to there. Maybe. Yeah. Same here, maybe. This is a definite maybe on that one. And on this one, we're going to bring out straight to here and then bring that down. And then I just want to break up these blocks a little bit with some less than straight roads through here. I don't know. I want something wonky and janky. And this is pretty jank. I also don't want to create too many opportunities for them to go straight through, but that's exactly what I've done. What are you going to do? Redo it? Start over? No. We're just going to live with it. Bring this down at an angle to about there, and then use our curved road tool. Bring that on down. And then down here, maybe something kind of resembling a grid. Maybe. Except it's not going to reach there. That's roughly the middle, I believe. And there we go. And then this is going to continue this one down at a weird angle now. Well, I set out to not do anything with the grid and freaking succeeded. Oh, man. Okay, let's get these water pipes connected here to something going down here. Let's turn all these snap twos off again. And figure out where we need to run all these water pipes. We're going to go ahead and bring them around through here because we are going to zone in the rest of this other little neighborhood to this side. I think if I follow this will get the majority of us covered. Doesn't quite go where I want it to. We also have some missing coverage back here that we need to address real quick. So I'm going to fill all this in today. Let's bring this one through here. And then if we turn here, oh, that almost gets everything like right. Oh, no, they do have water. Aha. Barely covered. And it's good enough for me. And connect that. And then we'll just run this out to here. Bring that down and kind of follow this little area around. I should have turned my snap twos back on for this part. Would have made this probably a little easier. But we got there in the end, except for up here. So we will run a loop back here as well. And that gets us covered mostly right here on this wonky street. Yep, I think we're good. And we'll get across the river eventually. I'm pretty sure this is all nice and flat. I probably should have checked that beforehand. Yeah, it's all nice and flat. I was going off of memory. And I'm glad my memory served me correctly. We're suddenly losing a lot of money again. We were making money just fine. Weird. Services. Starting with healthcare. Has some okay coverage thanks to that hospital there. So I think we could probably get away with like a little corridor of services down here. Maybe a hospital back here in this corner. I'm going to go ahead and go big because I want it to extend out over to that way as well. And then we could probably do the same with like our fire coverage and police coverage. There we go. And let's get these guys a post office. Let's throw that in right there. This is going to be commercial. That's all going to be office inside of there. Commercial out here, some residential back here, but it's fine that it's closed. And then school coverage, and then we're good to go. And I'm thinking, just gonna throw in these high capacity guys since this is gonna be higher density. I mean, because we're way over capacity as is. So if I can kind of cheat a little bit on this, I'm fine with that. Cool. That service is done. Probably use some parks or things like that in here. In fact, let's go ahead and, since this is really an office-themed kind of area, I don't want to lose too much space that I've set aside for offices. Which it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to anyway. Let's do, like, just a couple twin parks right there. And then back here at this entrance, a couple twin parks there. And you know what? Hey, since we're doing entrances, let's just do that. There we go. And now, first things first, office space. Not the movie. Good movie, though. And, like I said, 4x4 facing the road. Hopefully that'll zone on the road over here. Oh, this one's funky. We won't ever get anything. Well, we might. I'll leave it. We might get something to develop that way. But I doubt it. Yeah, looking to build. I'm going to pause for a second and change something here. I just realized we can fix some of the zoning issues here. If I take zoning off of these roads. I thought that would fix it up nicely. And it has for a lot of it. Yeah, that's taking care of our problems. Okay, we can unpause. Now they can only build on that road where I want them. So that'll get us a lot of office space. I'm not gonna do high density commercial though. I'm gonna stick with our lower density commercial stuff here. And we're going to ring it around the office park so that when you leave work, you can go get some shopping done. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Also, probably not going to bother bringing mass transit out here because we know it'll just break. And then the rest of this, we're going to fill in residential, even though we don't have a huge residential demand. We'll probably target a couple more pockets of commercial in a few key areas. But for the most part, we're going to do residential. Kind of like that my zoning's a little broken there because it's letting me have a little more control over where I put all this. You can tell where I'm reserving for commercial and more offices, can't you? I'm making it kind of painfully obvious. Ooh, not there. There's going to be some smaller lots. I think I'm going to save this back here, but I'll go ahead and get that. And then I think on this side of the street, collector, probably be a good idea to stick to low density just to keep it kind of themed. I think it'll look better. Granted, some of these people are going to be living right next to some noisy uses. I'm not going to zone on this side of the street yet because we're going to expand out that way. But I will do like a row of offices here and right there since there's still massive demand for offices, which is blowing me away. I never get this type of demand for offices. I'm kind of liking it though. And then we'll do some commercial along our collector and back there. Sure, why not? I think that's a fine place for some commercial. And bring that on down here. I'm going to switch back to offices for just this little bit, but I don't really want that going quite that close to our high school. And then we will go a little bit more commercial. This is the weird one, isn't it? Yeah. I want to do that and do that. And then just a few more offices here. And then maybe even some offices here because they're still clamoring for it. Actually, go office back here with just a bit more commercial right in here. I don't think I want to go there because that's pretty close to our entrance and exit. Let's go residential here. And a few more offices here and here. And then there we've got some challenging terrain. So we're just going to leave it alone. Where the train tracks come back down. So I'm going to let this run for a few minutes. First, as much as I dread doing it, I'm going to look at our mass transit and see if anything's broken yet. And I can already tell it is. None of these are really supposed to leave the neighborhoods. None of these go up and down collectors. And there, that's broke. Alright, we're going to have to color all the bus lines so that I can tell which bus line's which here. We're just going to grab some random colors. Just so to make it easier on myself. So I'm going to do that real fast here. Alright, so which one of these is it? Yeah, that over there. Never had a stop over here. I never put that stop there. As you can see, that's meant to service just this neighborhood. Why it's also going way the hell over here? Where is it wanting to make another stop? Right. I have a theory as to what's causing this problem, and that right there just made me think that maybe my theory's right. I think these new bus-only roads are kind of broken. The pedestrian ones. They just don't work right. Like, I had a bus station in here, and there's no median. Yeah, there's a line, but there's no median. But a bus coming this way could not make a left. It had to go all the way around and out and do a U-turn, like in this neighborhood, come back down, then go in, and then if there was a stop down here, continue on back out. So a bus stop going that way, or a bus line going that way, couldn't do anything. By the way, I need to detail this area, but we changed up, and I keep forgetting to mention this, we changed up our pedestrian area quite a bit. We have significantly reduced the wall-to-wall buildings to just this darker or lighter bit here. This is just and district. This is kind of this district, and this is this district. These two are both still pedestrian only. This big section right there. But the wall-to-wall buildings, I don't know. It was just too much having them cover all of this. So now we've got them targeted on this square that we've made with a pedestrian roundabout. Not that I need it a roundabout here. I just thought it looked nice. And it also let us get in a bunch of our different monument type parks in here. And I think it's kind of a nice place. It's almost like a memorial thing. You know, Meteorite Park. Okay, Statue of Wealth, not really. The Statue of the Dead, Fountain of Life and Death, Disaster Memorial, Statue of Shopping. Doesn't really fit the theme, neither does Official Park. But a lot of these others kind of fit in. And then we've got our clock tower. Smack dab in the middle. Anyway, let's head back over to here. We still have huge office demand. But we also have a lot of stuff zoned here. So we're just going to I'm trying to find a place I like to peek at this here. Residential just not developing. So we're going to put this right here and click that and see what happens. So I'll be back in about, 10 minutes or so. So that's been about 10 minutes. We know that there's not a lot of residential demands. We didn't even need to lead this on. We can just see there's still quite a bit of demand for industry and offices, and I bet it's office demand. Well, maybe not. We're exporting all of our goods. So I don't really have anybody complaining about not enough goods to sell. We do have not enough customers in quite a few areas, which is odd. Interestingly enough, despite the fact that we've added a ton of zoning, we've actually lost population. Sure, why not? This game, I tell you. What I want to check right before we wrap it up is, has any of our bus lines broken? Yep. Yep, sure has. This one's going all over the place when it's meant to service just this neighborhood. Where's it going? Where? Yeah, okay, a bunch of them are broken. It randomly added a stop down here. I mean, yeah, that area doesn't have a bus stop, so hey, maybe that was nice of them to say maybe these guys want a bus stop. It looks like it added another one somewhere. Yeah, it added its own random stop there. I don't know what to do. All I know to do is maybe load up a different map and play for a little while and see if this problem happens anywhere else. I guess I could test it in San Rico. There's quite a bit of mass transit in San Rico. So that's what I'm going to do. Before I record another video, I'm gonna load up San Rico and see if they're having problems. Looks like it was just that one. I thought maybe these two were, but none. They actually do go out onto the collector there and back in. So those are fine. It was just the one so far, though. Why is it saying that's a broken stop? I never put a stop there. There's no way to put a stop there. That's not a place. Ah, it's a metro stop. Yeah, in the tsunami video, we had a metro stop appear out here in the middle of the ocean. Like, way back here somewhere. It was kind of right about there. And that was fun. How it thought the metro was out there, I'll never understand. But the problem, yeah, this is a nuisance, but the big problem with this is when we get stops that are way back here, and then one that comes way over here, so the first stop on this line, let's come out here, is right here. And then it goes up through this neighborhood and then comes back around and then terminates right there. It thinks it says that's broken. Yeah, the metro's broken again. Anyway, so let's say that after this second stop, it decides there needs to be a bus line way over here. And then it comes back to the third stop. And then maybe up here at like our 9th or 10th stop, it decides it needs one way over here. And then it goes way over here and then comes back. That adds a huge distance to our line. And therefore also adds buses at 100%. Do I have buses appearing and disappearing? That number just changed. I know it did. I know it did. You guys can go back and rewatch and I'll see it nettily, but I swear that, yep, it's buses are disappearing and reappearing. Anyways, so what'll happen is I'll wind up with like 100 buses on a line and it starts bankrupting the city because we start paying just an exorbitant amount for mass transit. And the metro does it too. It starts adding random lines and suddenly make the metro 400 kilometers long and put 55 trains on it. So it's more than just a nuisance. Yeah, the yellow line's busted already. That quickly. The yellow line's busted. Yeah, I never put a stop there. That is not a stop I ever made. And it's almost like it knows it. Like it I can't click it anymore. For a second there I could click that. This is so discouraging. I cannot click that to get rid of it. However, the yellow line has gone back into the confines of its area again. So is that stop going to just disappear? Where's the other broken end? I don't see anything. Nope, it's back. No idea, guys. I am beyond frustrated. Gonna have to load up another city, though. See if it's happening elsewhere. Gosh, the metro's completely broken now, and this line's broken. Yeah. See if it's happening in other cities, and if it is, then I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do beyond that. Also, I don't quite get why you aren't sending your freight trucks out. Lots of problems. That's been happening a lot too. Granted, all the storage is full, so I guess there's no point in sending, but you should be able to export directly. I know sometimes when that happens, I can come into, I know I keep saying I'm going to wrap it up, but then I see another problem. A lot of times I can come in here and hit reset suck sims and vehicles. And that will, within a few seconds, get these guys going. But not today. We could take really drastic measures, and since we're kind of at that phase, we could clear all traffic. And see if they start sending trucks out. Nope. That guy had no trouble sending the truck out. So why can he send the truck but nobody else can? And he's going to there. Oh no, he just went back to where he came from. What? He came out of there. And now he's there. Okay, yeah, that's bizarre. Beyond bizarre, honestly. I don't know. This is just... There are many, many broken things here. And it's just... You can see the mass transit breaking again there. Looks like the metro sorted itself out. But who knows how long it thinks the metro is now. Yeah, the metro has 18 stops, not 17. So it just deleted a stop off the metro. It just decided to do that. And trains aren't spawning. I know I cleared traffic, but trains should instantly respawn. So, yeah, lots and lots of broken stuff. I'm seeing more and more. I did investigate. That's not what I wanted. I did investigate the broken nodes. You guys can see for yourself what that yields. Of course, if I run the one for public transport, it's going to be broken. No broken nodes. Ghost nodes, it'll occasionally find one or two. Yeah, 2 short segments. I don't even know what that means, but nothing found. Of course, that is definitely going to give us all kinds of results because, well, they're broken. So that doesn't really help us any because we know that. I don't know. I don't know. It says this is experimental. I'm hesitant to use it. That one takes some processing power right there, friends. Like a lot. There you go. Only 15 most failing. We'll jump to Stuck Citizen. That guy's stuck? What's stuck about him? Looks fine to me. Hang on to the scooter. No idea. And the tech broken paths. But that just does from the selected building, apparently. So like, boom, broken path, print listener, tech broken paths. I guess I could do that at the metro station. It's gonna say nothing wrong. Yeah, nothing's wrong. So yeah, I don't really know what to do. That was the one suggestion that I saw on Reddit that somebody's like, hey, this worked for me. was to use the broken node detector, but it has not solved our problem here in Westwood, which is very sad. Anybody using our parking lot? No. Failed experiment. I really thought that, like, the offices would use it. They don't really generate much traffic anyway. So we have a massive amount of parking over here. This whole area is just nice and bright green for parking. Unlike, you know, start getting over this way. Well, I guess not. Wow, we don't have anybody complaining about parking? Yeah, that's clearly wrong, too. Also, how is our traffic that high? There's, like, no cars on the road. Something is very, very wrong. Very, very, very wrong. Anyways, friends, I could sit here and stare at this forever. We're gonna click that button. Hopefully, this is not the last we see of Westwood. Hopefully, I can figure something out. But until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.